Hello and welcome to Let's Play Spyro. Today we're going to Terrace Village, and I'm still Chaos Blue. Order was kind of weird there, but you know what? I didn't stutter or anything. I'm counting that as not screwing up. Unlike that, which was totally screwing up. Ha ha ha! That's just so typical of me. I get the first thing right, then I immediately screw up the second thing. Let's see. Oh, you need to watch out for those guys. They shoot these like electric bolt things. Yeah, like that, which can be difficult to dodge just because they're so quick. You pretty much need to be out of. You need to either take advantage of their bad aim or be out of range. Because, yeah, after they start shooting, you're probably going to get hit. If you are, in fact, well, what am I even saying? And there it is. 1:28, according to my timer. Probably a little earlier for you. Now then. This, not this video, but this world, the Beastmaker world, is going to bring my 1 world per day set. You see, I told you. Do as I say, not as I do. It's going to bring my 1 world per day Spyro marathon, if you can really call that a marathon. Honestly, Spyro is on a level-to-level basis not really that long a game. It's long because it has a ton of levels, but each level is pretty short. I mean, I think the only time I've taken more than 15 minutes on a level is when I've screwed up, and most levels are closer to the 10-minute mark. Which is a good thing, actually, I think. Like, the later Spyro games are sort of built differently. They have fewer levels, but each level has a lot more content in it. But I sort of like how, for the most part, well, how do I want to say this? I think both different ways have their advantages.
Watch out, Spyro. The Norks in these parts have discovered the power of electricity, and it really stings.
Electricity, you say? Wait for it. I win. Oh, wait. Does he get... He doesn't get electrified. That's lame. Is this a... It is. Oh, it smashed that. Neat. Now, I was in the middle of saying something, wasn't I? Oh! Wow. Wow. That was a massive fail. Glad I'm right here. Not so glad that I'm gonna need to redo the, or that I lost a life. Because, as I think I've already stated, probably gonna need that for treetops. Probably. Now let's try this again. There we go. That was cool. Way less fail. Where's the rocket for this one? I don't even know. No, out of the... No! Damn it. Wasn't there some fodder around? Well, that's not a fodder. That's a pheasant. It is vaguely recognizable, or maybe a chicken? Let's stick with pheasant. It's vaguely recognizable, and therefore an animal, as opposed to the fodder, which was sort of like, what is that? If I had to guess, I'd probably say the fodder was supposed to be a goat, but I don't know, man. That thing was so weird. Now, wasn't I talking about something? Right, gameplay. I think the gameplay in this is, and the well, yeah, it has their advantages in both. I sort of like this one from a completionist point. It's a lot easier to do it as you go along. Whereas in the later games, you sort of need to keep backtracking. Because you get more new abilities as the game goes on, instead of having everything up front. You got a life, yay. That was not even close.
Good job, Spyro. One day you'll be able to tell all the dragons about your amazing adventures.
Sure, but what I'd really like to do is get out of this swamp.
I sympathize, Spyro. I really do. I do not want to be in the swamp for as long as I'm going to be in here. Not one bit. But back onto the, what was it? The, gameplay thing? The sequel games? I'm talking about the two in particular, by the way. The two on the PlayStation, in addition to this one, Ritual's Rage or Gateway to Glimmer in the PAL regions, and Year of the Dragon, which incidentally was released on, I want to say 2001, which was the Year of the Dragon. I don't know whether that was intentional. I mean, I'm sure they sort of went with it. Oh hey, it's the Year of the Dragon, let's call it this. But I do have to wonder whether they were intending on a title like that anyway, or whether they named it that and they just went with, and they decided to keep it because of that, or whether they picked that name specifically because of the year. But anyway, as I keep trying to say but distracting myself, the newer games do, well, newer. No, keep talking. They do have the, while they're sort of annoying from a completionist point, they do have more interesting gameplay for the same reason that, well, that they introduce new gameplay mechanics as they go along. Plus also, you get to swim in those, which is sort of an annoying mechanic some of the time, because it's, swimming is sort of like flying in this game, which is to say, it maneuvers like shit. But, at the same time, where is that, the whirlwind? Is it up to here? It is. But it's also introduces a lot more game mechanics that are interesting. Plus also removes the whole annoying, oh no, you've drowned thing. And that's really just for starters. It introduces other gameplay stuff as well, but, well, I'll be honest, the swimming is the most obvious one. Plus also it's just generally more varied, because, well, if I've already said this a lot, but because of the new gameplay, but also they give you more varied objectives. It's not just save all the dragons, collect all the dragon eggs, collect all the treasure. Although you are still collecting treasure and collecting whatever MacGuffin is appropriate for that game. Substitute dragons for talismans, and eggs for orbs in Ritual's Rage, and substitute both of them for dragon eggs in Year of the Dragon. How do we get over there? But like I said, while your objective is sort of similar, it's also sort of not, because in each individual level, you have like 5 different things to collect stuff. Well, as much as 5, not always. I think there's more, I want to say there's more levels per world, but keeping in mind there's also fewer worlds. And Well, yeah, I keep saying this, but there's just more objectives. Like, okay, now here's the question. Getting distracted here from my sort of half rambling talk because, hey, I need to get up here, is why. How do I get up here? How do I get up here? Maybe from that? Maybe. I actually have no idea. I know I need to get up there though, because that is where the remaining treasure is that is not in things, which also I need to go up there for because of rockets. You following? Good. That makes one of us. Yeah, I think I can maybe I don't know. I just need to try this. We'll see how it works. Oh yeah, I see this now. Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna make that. So now that I figured out what I'm doing, what are some good examples of what I mean? Besides just get to the end of the level and collect stuff. Well, there's also fetch quests in the level. There's protection things. There are a few escort things, which are terrible, but, you know, you can't have all good stuff. There's bound to be a few shit things that sneak through. There's no way I can make this glide from here. How the hell am I supposed to do this? I can't get up here. Oh, I can! I didn't even see this. That's sneaky. It's what that is. Okay. There's also actual legitimate. Well, there's bosses in this game too. There's more bosses. Well, there's sort of more bosses. There's more bosses per level, but per world, but there's fewer worlds. So, you know, however you count that. Or I think there's fewer worlds in Year of the Dragon. I honestly don't remember. I know there's fewer worlds in the other one. Ripto's Rage. Ripto's Rage only has, like... Well, it literally has half the worlds as in this game. That one was a little bit rushed, I think. Because it's sort of weird where it leaves off. Because it gives every indication that there's going to be 4 worlds until you get to the 3rd one, and they're like, nope, this is the last one. I think that's all the treasure. Yes! Okay, we're done. What was I talking about? Ripto's Rage? Right. I don't remember how many worlds are even in Year of the Dragon. I'm just gonna go to the end point, because why not? I know there's more than Ripto's Rage. I think there's still less than in this game. But at the same time, each world, or each level, and therefore world, just has so much more content. Well, actually, I think this game is still, well, I don't know. This game is probably about the same length as Ripto's Rage, actually. Ripto's Rage has less stuff in it, but it takes longer to go through the stuff that is in it. And it also has a lot new interesting mechanics. So it's, well, I don't know. I think this game has a certain charm to it that is not entirely there for Ripto's Rage. And Year of the Dragon is just where it gets painfully difficult at times. Anyway, this has been Let's Play Spyro with KS Blue. See ya!